Oh. You know, I've been asking you about getting my first firearm, right? Or my first bolt action rifle. I wanted to keep it budget, and I just want to get your opinion and your reaction to my first bolt action.
I'd say you did pretty good by the first look at this. Yeah. Oh, you got a first focal plane scope.
Is that good?
Yeah. Yeah.
There you go. Okay, we're off to a good start.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So basically, before I came, I stopped by the Calgary Shooting Center.
Yeah.
I talked to somebody, asked them a lot of questions. Took longer than I anticipated. That's why I was late today. Shall we take a look?
Yeah.
Okay.
You got a MOA reticle, which is also nice. MOA is a little more, well, mills are simpler, kind of, but that's not where everybody learns. So yeah.
I was hoping that you could maybe help me friggin' dial it in. But
yeah, I got all the gear here to set up the scope and stuff like that.
Let's see what we got here.
6.5, obviously can't go wrong with that.
So this is what I decided on. The Tikka T3x Lite in stainless steel.
Looks light. Let's feel it. Nice.
So basically what the guy was telling me was Tikka is kind of like the Honda, the Toyota of bolt actions. He said that
sounds about right.
They basically can do everything good, great. If I wanted to change parts later on in the future, that's a possibility as well.
Yeah.
He said there's tons of parts you can change out.
Yeah, there's lots of shit out there.
Yeah, and then just for me as a beginner, I was thinking, okay, this looks like a decent start. Obviously, we talked about budget. You were saying you could spend about $2,000, so I tried to keep that in mind. I was looking at I think it's called Sacco or Seiko.
Yeah, they're the same as Tikka, basically.
I was actually trying them out.
I think they're a little more money, though.
They are.
Yeah.
It was like double the price.
Yeah.
It was like an S20. Yeah, but this one, it felt good.
Let's put the bolt in it.
This right here.
What do you got here? Oh, sling swivels.
Yeah,
nice.
So let's see, you know, everything.
Yeah, that's a nice
I just wanted to share that experience with the people and get your reaction.
I think it's a good first gun. Probably a lot better than a lot of people would
like that feels good.
Yeah, have a nice action.
When I was in the store trying it out, I thought it felt really nice. Nice and smooth.
It's probably smoother than the Daniel Defense a little bit. That one kind of sticks, but maybe not as accurate, so.
Oh. I gotta get my skills
up. I think these mags are expensive. Crazy what they charge for plastic mags nowadays.
Yeah?
These ones might not be too bad, but that Browning that I showed you, the 300 Win Mag, those mags are $100 each and they're plastic. Yeah, I think it's sweet. It's definitely a good start.
People seem to be talking highly about Tikka from, you know, beginner to experts. I got these as a bipod. I think you have them too.
Paris, yeah. It looks like the same one that's on my 1022.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wicked.
Obviously, gun lock, 20 bucks, because you're gonna need to throw that on there. I don't know what these are for. I have to figure that out.
Yeah, they're like a direct mount scope ring.
Okay.
Like I prefer to put a rail and then scope rings, but.
So how does that work with this then? Because this is just everything he just gave. Like,
yeah, no, this will definitely put the scope on the gun.
Is that how I should do it?
How much were those?
Let's take a look. How much do you think I spent today?
I bet you spent probably $2,500 at least.
Pretty close. But include the ammo and all this stuff too?
Oh yeah, I wasn't looking at the ammo either, so that's probably at least another $300.
It was a grand total of $2,962. It's almost $3K.
Yeah,
a short $3K.
About right.
Yeah. So
what was that scope?
Dude, that was like $1,000. It's almost as much as a rifle.
That's crazy.
But what I was thinking,
crazy cheap, I mean, because it's first focal plane.
Okay, like my thoughts behind this was I was trying different scopes, and this one, it just felt the best to me. Like I liked the way it looked when I was zooming in and out.
Yeah,
he put it on like some like test gun, and I was trying it out. It's awesome, has illumination.
I really like the reticle. Good thing about that is all those dots mean the same thing at every zoom level.
My thoughts were basically if I get a good scope, I could probably take that to my next rifle if I find like if I upgrade my rifle later on.
Absolutely. Oh yeah. That's nice. And you got 3 times, which is really good for close range. 3 to 16?
3 to 18 by
18.
44.
I like it. I think that's pretty cool.
Out of what you see here, do you think that's a pretty good start for that budget, I guess, for like what I spent? Because obviously the sky's the limit. Like, dude, I've seen scopes in there for like 11K, 12K. Yep. Rifles getting expensive.
I think it's more than a good start. I think you did pretty good. $1,300 for a Tikka is a pretty fair price, and that scope I think is a wicked deal for what it is. First focal plane's not cheap. I think so.
Awesome.
Yeah, I think Buddy there probably knows what he's talking about. What were these worth again? That's the one thing is I just wouldn't cheap out on scopes.
So 75 bucks. You're saying this could potentially be like a failure point?
Yeah.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like the rest of the build is definitely going to be solid all around. Tikka's a great rifle. The scope you got seems like a wicked deal for what it is. And yeah, I would say the weak point probably be the scope rings if you do have an issue, but put it all together, see how it shoots, and if it doesn't have an issue, then I wouldn't change it.
Well, there you have it. I did all right.
Yeah, pretty damn good.